Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the Fowler Show. Before I go on any further, I want to give a shout out to the show's three biggest fans, Jeff and Marianne Smith. Y'all are the universe's greatest ever in-laws, and I love y'all to death. And I thank y'all because of you. I have that very ultra beautiful, sexy, perfectly important, perfectly smart, beautiful woman named Jules that I love with all my heart. That's right, because of y'all, I have my darling, beautiful, sexy wife, Jules Baki Fowler, who, sweetheart, I love you with all my heart, my soul, my body, and my mind. I tried to make a patriotic video on the 4th of July, and things just kind of messed up, and I didn't get to. Sorry I haven't posted a video in so long. I've had things just going on and off. Those of y'all don't know, earlier in the summer, I managed to get my thumb pretty good. It's healing up now, but I was in a cast and stuff like that. And anyway, this video is not about me. I've been sitting here and just kind of had a pretty neat thought, and I'm just going to tell you now, I'm probably not, I don't know if I'm going to get through the video. I'm just not. But I was sitting here thinking that, I was thinking about things I need to do on the house here, or our house, me and Jules. And, it's always improvements, and I got to think about home improvement and all sorts of improvements. Whether it be the building, whether it be the roads, the whatever, the yard, or even your personal lives and stuff. And several years ago, I figured out that, I wasn't all that sure, but in a sense, I guess you could say that even God makes improvements. Several years ago, I guess when God was walking around heaven, he looked around at the heavenly airport and he's like, I need a really great radar tech. Well, he got one when he took my great uncle Jay. And then, I've thought about it, and God, he put in a telephone company in heaven, and he needed a really good switchboard operator, and he got her when he hired my Aunt Odessa this past Christmas Eve. And a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday, God was walking around heaven and he's looking at his phone company and just wasn't all that happy, and he told Gabriel, he said, I need to make an improvement. I need to figure out who would be the best person to run and oversee all the operations here. And St. Peter is already working the gate. The other angels, he's like, well, they don't really know a whole lot about phones. And 2 weeks ago on Sunday evening, he'd been looking all over for someone, real good man to oversee operations, and he came across him. And Guess they talked. And Sunday night, 2 weeks ago, God hired the right man for the job. He took my papa, Alan Daniels. He looked over resumes and said, "You know what? You're the man I need." And, sorry, I'm trying. But he, anyway, he's, up there overseeing all the, I guess in a sense you could say, the Heavenly Altel lines. And, probably playing golf a little bit. And he's up there with his family. One of these days, we'll see him again. Anyway, I wanted to jump on here and I wanted to just do some songs that were some of his favorite. And I'm going to try my best, but there ain't no point me promising that I'm going to get through the rest of it without tearing up, but I could try. But I didn't memorize any of these. Last 2 weeks been really, really hard. But these songs are dedicated to him because they were ones he loved. And I know right now he's probably sitting up there listening. So I'm going to do my best I'm not going to try to throw in any imperfections or anything. I'm just going to sing. The one song that we did have at his funeral, he loved the song, was Chris Christopherson's "Why Me, Lord." Why me, Lord? What have I ever done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you, or the kindness you shown? Lord, help me, Jesus, I wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know I've needed you, so help me, my soul's in your hands. Tell me, Lord, if you think there's a way I can try to repay all I've taken from you. Maybe, Lord, I can show someone else what I've been through myself on my way back to you. Lord, help me, Jesus, I wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. But now that I know that I need My soul's in your hands. One of, now, I'm never once said I was the greatest in the world at singing. Anyway, he was also a big fan of Marty Robbins. And the two that he really liked were these two. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me in Rosa's cantina. Music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I loved. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. Down went his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. Just for a moment I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul evil deed I had done. Many thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run. Out through the back door of Roses I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Upon its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could, from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the Badlands of New Mexico. Back in El Paso my life would be worthless. Everything's gone in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen the young maiden. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet may find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. And at last here I am overlooking on the hilltop of El Paso. I can see Rosa's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felina I go. Off to my right I see 500 cowboys. Off to my left ride a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rosa's back door. Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by two loving arms that I'll die for, one little kiss and Felina, goodbye. The other one I can't really sing that well, but it's El Paso City was his other favorite. He liked Roy Acuff. He grew up listening to him too. And his two favorite by him that we ever heard of was these two. What a beautiful thought I am thinking concerning a great speckled bird. Remember, her name is recorded on the pages of God's holy word. All the other birds are flocking round her, and she is despised by the squad. But the great speckled bird in the Bible is the one with the great church of God. All the other churches are against her. They envy her glory and her fame. They hate her because she is chosen and has not denied Jesus' name. Desiring to lower standard, they watch every move that she makes. They long to find fault with her teachings, but really they find no mistakes. She is spreading her wings for a journey. She's going to leave by and by, when the trumpet shall sound in the morning. She'll rise and go up in the sky, in the presence of all her despisers, with a song never uttered before. She will rise and be gone in a moment, till the great tribulation is o'er. When he cometh descending from heaven, on the cloud that he rides in his word, I'll be joyfully carried to meet him on the wings of that great speckled bird. These next two, he taught me how to play the mandolin, and these were the two he taught me on. This one is Roy Cliff's Wabash Cannonball. From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from the queen of flowing mountain to the south belt by the shore, she's mighty tall and handsome and known quite well by all. She's a combination on a Wabash Cannonball. She came down from Birmingham one cold December day. As she rolled into the station, you could hear all the people say, "By the girl from Tennessee, she's long and she's tall. She came down from Birmingham on a Wabash Cannonball." Our eastern states are dandies, so the people always say, from New York to St. Louis and Chicago by the way. From the hills of Minnesota where the rippling waters fall, no changes can be taken on that Wabash Cannonball. Yours to Daddy Claxton, his name forever stand, and always be remembered around the ports of Alabama. His early race is over and the curtain around him fall. We'll carry him home to Dixie on a Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, yeah, that lonesome hobo squall. You're traveling through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. And he always taught me, he said, you don't, when you're doing the train noise like Roy, you don't go ooh ooh or whoo whoo. Yeah. And this is the other one he taught me. Eddy Arnolds' Cattle Call. The cattle are prowling, the coyotes are howling, way out where the doggies bawl. Whispers are jingling, the cowboys singing this lonesome cattle call. Hoo-dee, hoo-dee, ho-da-la-la-la-dee. He rides in the sun till his day's work is done, and he rounds up the cattle each haul. Ooh-dee, singing his cattle call. 4 hours he would ride on the range far and wide, when night winds blow up a squall. His heart is a feather in all kinds of weather. He sings his cattle call. Hoo-dee, hoo-dee, He's brown as a berry from around the prairie, and he sings with an old western drawl. Hoo-doo-dee, singing his cattle call. Hoo-doo-dee, hoo-doo-dee, oh, I know he's really smiling because I never could do that real high part. And, you know, he always liked to hear things that I would write. And one of them that he really liked that I wrote, he liked to hear the one about his home place. And I'm not sure that I can actually do it. Let's see. Well, I'm a simple old boy from Oklahoma, love to hunt and fish. But I found me a magic place this year, makes true of any wish. It's a town in Arkansas where the people are really nice. Small town of 4,300 and it's called Fordyce. Well, a few miles out of town, there's a place I really love. It's good hunting and fishing land, worked by family blood. It's a land full of excitement, and it doesn't give very damn. No, brother, I ain't telling you no lies. It's called the Etheridge Family Deer Camp. He liked the rewrite I did when my great aunt, his sister, died or passed away. And I'm just going to skip straight to that one. Yeah, and I don't care what you thinking about across the county line, whether I'm hunting my swamp or sitting in my power line blind. The FTC members, hell, they're all my kin. Whenever I hunt down there, my family's together again. And no, brother, I ain't telling you no lie. Land offers exciting life down here, and none give a damn at the Etheridge Family Deer Camp. Anyway, he started with the Fordyce Telephone Company, and a company out of Little Rock bought them out called Ally. And he transferred over with them. And then they moved him all around the state. And they told him, well, we need somebody to go out to Paso, Oklahoma. And he went out and worked several years. And then it transitioned into, I can't remember the company they bought around here. But then they reformed Allied. And it was no longer Allied. It was Alltel. And, you know, looking upon his resume, God saw that he was the one that oversaw the entire project for the first long-distance interstate call. Well, intercontinental call, I mean. And then he saw that he's a hard worker. He saw that he'd served 41 years with Alltel. Served longer than that in church. Very humble man. And God said, he's the one I need. And he hired him 2 weeks ago. And I know, without a doubt in my mind, that he's up there right now overseeing everything. I'm really going to miss him deer season. My dad was with me when I killed most of my first big game animals. There's one thing any hunter don't ever forget, and that's their first little deer. I wasn't with my dad, I was with my grandpa. And the smile he had on his face. Every year after that, whenever I got something, I always told him. And that same smile would come across his face. Anyways, till next time, I'll see y'all then. Bye.